Hey, what's going on, dudes? It's the Dr. Blue. Today we're going to be breaking down adult Gohan leg loops in a series I like to call Combos Explained, where we take very complicated combos in any video game and break them down using rhythmic theory. So check this out, I'm a musician. I taught drums for 4 years, made a great living off of it, and right now I'm finishing my undergraduate degree in a condo someplace downtown, so I don't really have room for my drum set. How do I keep my hands and my mind busy? Just like you guys do, with one of the best fighting games on the planet, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I've been a big fan of loops in this game for well, just about as long as I can do them, as I've been able to accomplish them. And Adult Gohan has some of the coolest loops in this game for sure, because there's so many different variations of them. However, I've been labbing them this past month, and I gotta say, he's easily become one of my favorite characters. So we're gonna break down his leg loops today, the powered up level 1 version, although we'll talk about some other variations, and make it easier for you guys to pull off in your own matches. So without further ado, let's check out this combo. Okay, it's a pretty cool combo, and you might notice a few things right off the back. First, we're doing it on GT Goku, which is a super small character, smallest hitbox in the game. My theory is if you can do it on GT, then you can probably do it on anybody. With stretching out the precision, it's going to make you a better player overall, especially against bigger bodied main star characters like Bardock, and even if you run into a Broly, you definitely will. So, let's go ahead and break down this rhythmic theory PDF. First, you'll notice we did the 3-loop variation of Adult Gohan's leg loops. This is just so we can get our muscle memory going. And because we've done 3, I've separated each loop into 3 different measures. So for those of you that don't know much about music, no worries, I'm here to break it down for you. Essentially, what we have is, think about it like karaoke. A blue light's going to flash across when you play, and for those of you that do know how to read music, we've broken this down into 16th notes in groupings of 3, 4. 4 notes per quarter note, moving straight on through a bar of 3. I dig it. So check it out. We're going to start this off with a 3M. Now you can do this on the one of the very top line. The 3M, you can do this as just a down M. But if you hold a 3M, the same move will come out, and it's that wonderful sliding kick that Gohan has, which is going to set us up moving all the way across that first quarter note to the of 1, where you're going to want to do that really cool 3H that Gohan has. It's going to be able to prop them up the exact distance you need in order to get the first rep of his machine gun kicks off. As soon as you hit that 3H, the 2's coming right up on you. We're still in the first line. The 2's coming right up on you, so you want to cancel that out and jump in the air. And immediately on the E of 2, hit your medium. Pretty simple so far, but this is where it gets tricky, because the space between the next hit and the medium you've just done is the crux of the entire combo. You want to wait precisely 1/16th note before you input that heavy on the of 2. This is because it gives the character time to fall down, as you're seeing on the screen right now. It gives the character time to fall down and really just put yourself in a position where you can easily reconnect the next part of the combo. After the H, the heavy attack, just normal heavy attack in the air, knocks him down, but sets you up perfectly for a falling machine gun kick. This is going to be a quarter circle forward input on the 3, followed by an immediate light on the E. This is just one fluid motion. I put these on 2 separate notes so you can really see you got a lot of time to spare. Input this quickly, it'll be efficient, it'll carry you all the way down the screen. So, notice, biggest crux of this entire thing, besides the heavy, this is probably the primary part of the combo. That machine gun kick goes on forever. Let's just count how many notes, how many of these notes are in between the machine gun kick and the next hit of the combo. So let's start on the E of 3. We got the we got the and, we got the 1, E, and all the way to the next is the of 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 16th notes in between the last machine gun kick and the first hit of the light on the ground. Let's pause here. What does that mean? Essentially, you can just hold that L button, and as soon as Gohan touches the ground, for those of you that do not know how to use music to your advantage, as soon as you see Gohan touch the ground, that's when you're going to hit your light. It's going to connect. That's the cool part about this. But you're going to notice the tempo that we've chosen, 79 BPM, is really going to apply itself to a maximized version of exactly when you hit that, so you're less likely to drop overall, which I dig. I really like consistency. Okay, so what happens on the of 1 in the second measure? Well, this gets tricky. Gohan's auto combo, the first hit of his light actually is a 2-hit parter. It's 2 hits, but you want to jump cancel this on the 2 immediately after the first hit on the of 1 of the grounded auto combo. Jump cancel that and input a light. What this is going to do is cancel the second hit of his traditional standing, and you're going to be able to hit them on the way up. If you don't do this, if you miss this input, dudes, the next part is just going to fall flat. The heavy's not going to connect, or even if it does connect, you're not going to be close enough to the ground to really continue the loop. And that's what we want to do. We want it to be a continuous loop. So, of 1, jump cancel, into the 2, a light. What happens then is really interesting, because you start to notice if you look at the PDF as a whole, it's really going to be a matter of just doing the exact same thing. Line 2 is an identical twin of line 3. So on the and of 2, really simply, press the medium, then the heavy. Your character is going to be able to float at a perfect angle to ride that machine gun kick, the quarter circle forward on the 3, and the light on the E, all the way back down to the ground, and then boom, as soon as you've got that down, it's easy. It's home free, scot free, because line 3 is the exact same as line 2, and you're good to go. Okay, so you might see some other YouTubers be like, and this is where you want to slightly delay this hit. That always confused me. I don't know about you guys, if I always got super frustrated with the loops, which is why we're doing this here. We're actually going to be putting a metronome, a specific rhythmic time, into what those slight delays might actually be. Alright, so check it out. This is going to be at, let's count along at 25% of the tempo. I'm going to give you a 1 bar count in. It's going to be beeps overall, and it'll sound like this. You'll see the blue bar go across, and we can just count together. 1 E and 2 E and that was the count in. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and you're almost there. E and 2 E and quarter circle forward, light, and you're good. You're good to go. So you may have noticed that I like to count aloud while I read. Why is that? Well, rhythmic theory is super simple. If you say it out loud, you can easily do it. Now, that's not to say it's easy. Please, it's not. I know that. I've been drumming forever and ever and ever, and every time I find something new, it's super complicated, but it makes sense to slow it down and break it down. If you really want to get this combo down and no other guide has worked for you, just try to count out loud while you have your controller in your hands and you play along. I'm going to put it on screen at 25% of the tempo, then we're going to go to 50% of the tempo, and then all the way to 100% of the tempo, which I've set to 79 BPM, beats per minute, right? So if you have a metronome at home, try to set it to there too, but I think around 79 to 81, somewhere in that range, it'll work no matter what. The frame data doesn't perfectly align with a tempo grid, but somewhere between like 3 BPM range, you should be able to get pretty consistent results and build up the muscle memory while you practice. So we just did 25%. I'm going to back off the screen and just let you have time with it. It'll be what would it be? What is 3 times 12? What is 3 times 12? It's going to be a 3 times 4. It's going to be a 12 beep count in, and then read along. Cool? Super simple. I'll see you on the other side. Well, congratulations. You've made it. You've done it. You've put in the work that a lot of players don't. You've already made it further than like 80% of players, 90% of players. I heard a statistic once, it's like only 4% of people on the planet can read music. Don't believe everything you hear. I'm sure a lot of you can, but a small majority of people that are musicians, that are also fighting game players, you're in a kind of an exclusive club, and I hope this has helped you as much as it's helped me. So what can you actually do with this? Because you might have noticed I had to spark in order to get the remaining GT Goku-esque combo. I did get a level 3 with massive damage, but knowing how to do this 3 times lends itself to knowing how to do it easily twice and once. If you have a whole bunch of hits done, it can lead to touch of deaths, like this one. And even freestyle combos like this one. Even cooler, you can set yourself up for some pretty cool Oki and really strong advantages if you have the right assist like this. So yeah, Adult Gohan, what an excellent character. In the last few tier list videos I've done, both Sonic Fox and Goichi have rated them super high. Super high. Adult Gohan is one of those characters that I'm thinking about picking up myself just because he's so fluid and fun, and his mechanics allow him to do some pretty interesting stuff with the game. So if you're an Adult Gohan main and you've enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. I've had a blast making this. I'm so glad we can do it again. Welcome aboard to all my brand new subscribers. This is a dream come true. So if you like the video, it helps out quite a ton. If you didn't understand, instead of disliking, leave a comment. The community and I will help you through it. It's not easy. This is just one pathway of motion towards success. So yeah, I've been the Dr. Blue, you're incredible, and I'll see you in the next video.